don't even know what to do with this man. Like, that is...
Hello, it's Wilko Courts. Welcome back to the podcast. Hello. We're here. This is an ominous title.
Oh, yeah. So something happened in the shower for my husband.
Can I just say, good on Bobby for convincing you to have shower sex, because I know that you're against it. Even though he did the bathroom up for you, still not getting any bathroom sex.
Wow, strong start. Welcome to my family. He went to have a shower this morning, and of course,
You jumped in.
as always, we could go together. And I said, I've never said yes. I don't know what you think is going to happen.
There will be one day where
And
it just breaks through, and you go, "Oh, why not?" You know what I mean? Throw a dog a bone.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So I walked past the shower.
Yeah.
And like, we don't have a big house, so you hear everything in the house, every creak in the floorboards.
Same.
And so I heard, ah!
Oh no.
What has happened in there? But I, of course, aforementioned, why don't you come with me? I wasn't going to like open the door to see what was wrong. He would take that as a different sign altogether. He'd be like, oh my God, it's happening.
Although,
so I was like,
Bobby,
I'm not going to go in
good
and check on him.
Tactic to try and get court attention and have her come into the bathroom and then go, well, you're in here now. You might as well. See, when I hear that
as well take your
noise
clothes off.
from a man, my brain, and I don't know if this is all men, and generally, I'm not the spectrum for like all men. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not the bar that you use to sort of all men, especially straighties. But when I hear that kind of like shriek, I think like twisted testicle. I don't know why. I'm so scared of, because it's happened to people that I know where they're just like living their life and their testicle twists.
Yeah. I am a straight woman and my head still goes to something down there. Because like the primal masculine scream of pain is like relatively reserved for that region. And so he's in the shower and I'm like, oh my God, what's happened? But also like, I don't want to go in there. Like, what if there's blood or
what if he has a boner?
I don't need to.
Like, imagine if I walked in there and he had a stiffy.
That.
Like, I've got 2 kids. I'm done with all of that now.
So I wait for him to get out and I looked at him and I was like, so what happened in there? And he'd obviously forgotten all about the sound, or he just thought like I couldn't hear it. He's got terrible hearing. So I don't think if it was roles reversed, I don't think he would have heard me scream out in pain.
Right.
So I think in his mind, I haven't heard him. And so he looked at me, what are you talking about? And I said, you screamed out in pain. Like, what happened in the shower? And he said something that it was clear to me he believes is a normal thing that's happening to people. Like, the way that he said it was like, yeah, this is just a thing that happens.
He casually threw this away.
Yes. And I said, that's never happened to me. Not once in my life, in my whole 35 years of having showers has that happened to me. So I wanted to like discuss.
Great.
So he said, bring it to the pod. He said, I was washing my face, and he does everything vigorously. So he washes his face. I've seen it. It's outrageous. Like, you don't need to rub your face that hard.
You told him to wash his face. You told him that he had to do some sort of skincare routine, and he's like, well, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it 100%. And he goes in and he gives it the same attention that he does at the gym.
Yes, that is true. He goes in hard. And so he described that he's rubbing his face with his hand, with his face cream.
Yeah.
And he said his finger went up his nose and he went all the way up and he nicked the inside with his nail and then he screamed. And he said, oh, no, I do it like once a month. That happens. And I said, that's never happened to me. not once in my life have I gotten my finger all the way up my nose while I was washing my face. And he said, oh, no, I think that's normal. I think it's a normal thing. I think that happens to people. And I said, no, it just flat out doesn't. That's not happening to anyone.
I want to be on Team Bobby. And if there's ever a chance for me to pick Bobby over you, I will. But Bobby, this isn't happening to any other rego in the world. This is not happening. You're rubbing so vigorously that this goes in and goes all the way. Like, in what world? And it goes so deep that you're cutting the inside of your nostril. In no world is that happening. This is like a fluke thing that would maybe, if it happened to someone, they were like, hey, babe, this weirdest thing happened that will never happen again. If he sold it like that, sure. But him saying that, oh, yeah, it happens like once a month, too often. What are you doing? Also, when you're rubbing your face, don't you keep like your hands together? Why is the pinkies, why are they free to roam up holes?
The way he motioned was he does it like this. And I'm like, that's not how you wash your face. Like,
also, you're trying to avoid the eyes. You're trying to do all this. You circular motion.
It sounds like the finger reaches the inside of his eye socket, how far it's going up. I'm like, that's not even like, you go like that. And if you're anywhere near the eye region, you sort of very softly rub. Of
course.
And you definitely keep the fingies together.
Sure.
But it's just, I don't even know what to do with this man. Like, that is the way he said it so casually, like everyone is doing that.
It's the casual nature that he is like, this is the thing that happens. I'm sorry that I shrieked. It will probably happen again in another 4 weeks.
Yeah.
That he's like, cut himself inside his nostril. I'm also like worried one day he's going to push that hard and reach brain. Like what?
Well, that's it. Like what? Like, and it's so vigorous. Like, you're worried about wrinkles. Like, this is not helping. You're adding to the wrinkles by moving your skin like that. But it's so normal to him that I don't think he's not going to change his ways, like as if he's going to. Oh, I literally just got him wearing moisturizer. He's 36 right now. He's not going to change his ways. I'm not going to be able to stop him doing that unless I do get in the shower with him, which no. But like, I don't. There's just nothing. There's nothing you can say to that. Like you have. No. There's no conversation you can have off the bat with someone. When I just walked away, I was like, sure.
And this must be worrying for you because obviously over the years, there's been a lot of things that have popped up about Bobby, and we question them, and we go, really? Is that what we're doing, Bob? Is that what we're doing? And now this is just another one to add to the list. You know what I mean? And you always, if you're a responsible wife, you have to keep a list of these things just in case, bring. Just in case. What is it, Slater and Gordon? Who are the lawyers? Who are the lawyers that are always trying to get you to go to them?
Slater and Gordon sounds like one.
It sounds like a law firm, Co and Co. You got to have all this stuff ready to go. You know what I mean? To go, well, you know what? I need more money because this is what I've been living with for the past, 15 plus years. So I don't think your husband's okay.
It made me wonder, are men showering really differently to women? Or is it just him? Like, because there was actually a time that I was staying with my brother. And so my brother he's like in his 30s. He's 31. Yeah. So he's not a young, but he's my baby brother. So I think of him as like a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
But like he was in the shower and we were sharing a hotel room. So again, really tiny space. So you could hear everything.
Yeah.
And I just heard him. It sounded like he was throwing up. And we'd also just been to dinner. And I was like, is he? Fuck. Like, what the fuck is he? Bulimic? So he came out and I was like, were you vomiting in the shower? What are you doing in there? He's like, nah, I was brushing my teeth. And I was like, what do you mean? How are you brushing your teeth? He's like, yeah, you got to get right back on the tongue so it makes you.
He's got a gag reflex.
And I was like, are you kidding me? This is is not how you're meant to brush your tongue or your teeth. If you had a sleepover with a woman, that would scare her off forever. If she heard the sounds I've just heard coming from the shower and you're just saying that's how you brush your teeth, that's not how you brush your tongue, mate. You don't have to. It was truly like when your dog starts making that vomiting noise from the other room and they specifically go and find the only carpeted area in the house
and vomit.
And they're going,
yeah.
That's what it sounded like. And he so nonchalantly said, I was just brushing my tongue.
I also
okay.
Now, can I just say, as someone who has I've got a bad gaydar, and I'm a bad gay, and I've got a bad gag reflex. I've got a terrible gag reflex.
Not great for a gay.
It's really bad. There is a trick though, for your brother. So, Reed, what you need to do is you need to hold on to your thumbs. You need to hold. If you press down onto your thumbs.
But if he's brushing.
So just do it with one. Just do it with one. Okay. Yeah. So I do it with the tongue. I do it with the tongue scraper, and obviously when I'm blowing randoms in a park,
he's holding on for dear life. He's got his thumbs. He's in a toilet like Hugh Grant in the 2000s, and he's just got his thumbs. He's holding on tight.
Just holding on. Yeah. Also, tongue scrapers will change your life in regards to the reflex, because the toothbrush, for whatever reason, does initiate the reflex more than just a tongue scraper. So just get a tongue scraper.
Right.
You really, as an adult man, you should have one. You know what I mean? You should have a tongue scraper. You should be scraping all those baddies off.
I don't have a tongue scraper.
You're a bad woman. That's bad. There's no other way for me to say that. You're a bad woman and people are going to come for you now. It's like basically saying that you don't use a top sheet. You know what I mean? And
I would never skip a top sheet. People who skip top sheets.
Disgusting.
What are you doing?
Disgusting.
That is so weird. You mean that doona is just touching your skin?
Yep.
Gross.
Yep,
if that happens to me during the night, I have to find my top sheet and pull it back up and make sure it's back in spot. People without the top sheets, sound off in the comments because that's crazy.
So I think men, they're different. They're
showering different, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And like all the other things that they do in the shower, I don't want to know about.
Oh,
but like,
you know what?
These sounds I'm hearing from men in the shower, it's too much.
I used to watch my grandfather and father do this. And it was one of those things that my pop always said to me, don't work with your hands. And you know what, Pop? I've listened. These hands have never done a day of hard work.
Not a day in his life. Not a day in his life has he worked with his hands.
Nah. I've got like an RSI strain thing from using my mouse too aggressively. But never
He's
once.
on the tools.
Never once have I picked up a
tool.
But I used to watch my family, the men in my family, like get Salvo. Have you seen that? Like a brick.
Mate,
a brick.
Are you kidding me?
And of course your
Bobby
husband
used to wash his face with that.
Yes.
He used to wash his face with it.
And I've watched them just like at the tap at the side of the house, just like rub their whole body down with this brick of concrete. It's concrete soap.
Yes.
And it's I can see that it has its purpose for like on your feet.
Yeah,
I can
for
see
hands.
the purpose for the feet. But even for hands, I think maybe that's too much. This is why you're
it's the callus. It's good for calluses, right? Like, you know, your weightlifters and you're working with your hands. But Bobby used to top to toe, Salvo, brick on his face. Insane. But you know what? His skin was never better. And maybe there's something in that. I don't know.
I think there's a level. I think there's an age where you stop regenerating skin as much. So when you're younger, sure, go for it.
Right.
But I
so
think,
maybe it was just that he was younger.
Yeah. I think if you just keep doing that, it'll be paper thin soon. I don't think that's a good idea.
True. This also reminds me, again, with the men in the showering, my dad, greatest head of hair you've ever seen on a man, like grows like it just grows so fast. He can't keep up. Half the time he looks like a disheveled, crazy person.
Yep.
Great head of hair on him. He was super poor growing up, so they just washed in dishwashing soap, like head to toe, like his hair in
didn't.
dishwashing soap.
No, they didn't.
Is there something in that also? Like, is dishwashing soap better to wash your hair? Men are showering weird. This is a whole revelation. I brought this thinking, oh, what am I going to talk about with Bobby in the shower? There's so much to unpack
there's so
about men
much.
showering.
Let's not even mention My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Remember when that movie came out and then the dad, he was putting Windex on like a pimple or any sort of like scratch or scrape. And like people started doing it. And I was like, no, I don't think you should put Windex on things.
No.
Like, I don't think that's for the skin.
Not at all. But, you know, when we watched that, that's when my dad was like, told ya, dishwashing liquid works on everything. Everything. If you've ever asked my dad to take a stain off something, he goes, dishwashing liquid. Why would you get anything else? Crazy.
You know, we often ask in our friendship group, why do men? And I don't know.
Why do men?
I don't know if we'll ever find an answer. And unfortunately, after looking at the stats of our channel, not a lot of men, only 11% men. So the 11% of men who watch this, why do you? Because I can't answer for you. What's going on? Because as a gay, we all know that I'm half woman. That's going to make people mad.